Hi, my name is Zach, and I live with OCD, and welcome to the Beginner's Guided Meditation. I'm going to show you a very simple way of getting some more OCD space, or in other words, a little bit of space from OCD. So if you're new to meditation and don't feel like you know what you're doing, don't worry because I'm going to guide you step by step through a very straightforward meditation. Now, it's worth noting that meditation it's not about zeroing our brains out of thoughts, but instead learning to sit with all of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without turning away from them. And I'll tell you, if that's a worry to you, believe me, as a fellow OCDer myself, I felt the exact same way. But with that in mind, if your brain is particularly busy right now with thoughts or bodily sensations, that's completely okay. We aren't here to push them away, but instead, we're here to teach our brains to learn how to sit with them without needing to do anything with them at all. So right now, I just want you to take a moment to get comfortable. Doesn't matter whether you're sitting on a chair or on the floor, lying down or sitting up. It's truly whatever suits you best. And I'd like you to begin with your eyes open, a nice soft focus. So not really looking at any one thing in particular, just taking in the space around you. And with the eyes open, let's take a couple of big, deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, notice how the chest expands as the lungs fill with air, and notice how the body softens each time you exhale. For the first few breaths, do it loud enough so you can actually hear the breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with the next out breath, gently closing your eyes and just feeling the weight of the body as it presses down against the chair or against the floor beneath you. Just beginning to notice the sensation of the soles of the feet just resting on the floor, and just feeling the weight of the hands and the arms resting on your legs or in your lap. So just bringing the mind into the body and starting to become more aware of the physical senses. Perhaps starting to notice any sounds around you. So it's very tempting. It's very normal to see or to view sounds as an obstacle to inner peace. But we're actually going to use them in this exercise. So just starting to notice the different sounds around you. And then just bringing the attention back to the body again. So just checking in with the body, notice how it feels. So normally, us OCDers, right, we're so either busy in our minds or we're busy doing other things that we're not really aware of how the body feels. So we're going to start at the top of the head, and we're just going to do a body scan. So gently scanning down from the top of the head towards your toes, going slowly, not rushing, just noticing any areas of tension, maybe discomfort, any areas of comfort, areas that might feel particularly relaxed or at ease. So just gently scanning down through the body. There's no need to judge or try to change anything. We're just building up a picture of how the body feels right now. Don't worry if the mind wanders. It's normal and natural. It's what the mind does. Just gently bring the attention back to the body as you continue to scan down towards the toes. And as you scan down through the body, you probably already noticed how the body, as it breathes, it creates a rising and falling sensation. For some of us, we feel that in the chest. For others, we feel it in the diaphragm, and for some of us, we feel it in the stomach. And it doesn't really matter where it is that you're experiencing this, just gently placing your attention on the rising and falling movement. So, not breathing in any special way, not trying to change the rhythm of the breath, just as the mind wanders, as it naturally does, noting it, my mind is wandering, and gently placing your attention back on your breath. Now, the mind will probably wander. Us OCDers tend to have busy minds, and that's completely okay. It's not anything to get frustrated or upset about. This is not about doing this perfectly or doing it in some right way or doing it in some wrong way. It's really just about spending a few minutes of uninterrupted time with your brain to teach it that that's okay. So as soon as you realize that you've wandered from your breath, just note it and gently come back to the breath again. And if it helps you maintain the focus on the breath, just silently counting the breaths as they pass. So as you feel that rising sensation, you can count 1, falling sensation 2, and 3, and 4, just up to a count of 10. And when you get to 10, stopping there and starting again at 1. So just trying that a couple of times on your own now. So just keyword attempting, doesn't need to be perfect, but attempting to enjoy having nothing to do, just observing the natural rhythm of the breath, realizing that when your mind wanders, you can just gently come back to the breath each time, and all thoughts and bodily sensations are welcome to join us on this beginner's meditation. Nothing to do with them. No problems to solve right now. Just sitting with the breath. And then just for a moment now, we're going to let go of any focus on the breath and just for the moment, allowing the mind to do whatever it wants to do. So if it's been wanting to think, just allowing the mind to think. If it wants to feel, letting it feel. So really nothing to do at all, just letting the mind be free for a few seconds. And then just gently bringing the attention back to the body, just starting to become a bit more aware of the physical sensations in the body, just coming back to that contact against the chair, the floor, the soles of the feet on the floor, maybe the hands and the arms on the legs. Just starting to notice the space around you again, maybe any sounds, any sensations, and in your own time, when you're ready, just gently opening your eyes again. So let's take a moment before you move on with your day. Maybe you have a stretch if you'd like, and you can then just sit back in the chair. So how does it feel to have taken a few minutes out of the day? Does the body feel any different? Does the mind feel any different? Us OCDers, right? We tend to have very busy minds, and we can get caught up in patterns of thinking. We can get caught up in patterns of feeling, right? Of bodily sensations, thoughts and feelings and bodily sensations that we wish that we didn't have. And our tendency is to run from them, is to push them down, to distract ourselves from them. And while that's completely normal, I did the exact same thing as a fellow OCDer myself. It's actually really through deliberately sitting with the mind that we can begin to create a different relationship with our thoughts and with our feelings. We talk about this more in the acceptance guided series meditations, but openness of mind creates a more accepting mind. And as we know as OCDers, acceptance is a core component of recovery from OCD. And the cool thing is that meditation creates a more open mind. There is now research and studies that have proven that. So today you are investing in a more open mind, and you probably didn't meditate perfectly. That is not the goal with meditation. That is a myth that I want to bust in this beginner's meditation. There is no such thing as perfection. This is a skill that we're learning, and it takes a little bit of time, but it does help our brains, and it does improve the process in OCD recovery. So before you do jump up, before you get on with things, just take a few moments just to appreciate that feeling, to really acknowledge what it's like to take some time out, to allow the mind to unwind. And I look forward to seeing you in future meditations.